Today we have something extreme of mortuary assistant. This is called Autopsy Simulator. Prologue.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Pete'sville. Dr. Jack Hanman is speaking. How can I help you?
The voice acting is very good.
I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious. For the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now.
I see so angry.
I'm feeling completely broken.
No, you're not. You're fine. You look fine. Check the bathroom for my pills. Oh, I'm crazy. Oh, I'm crazy man. I see. Also, my mouse is getting on my nerves. So there we go. Hello. But there's like stuff to read. Me ready. R to read. Hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me. Mr. Hanman? Anyways, as you know, we'd like to write an article commemorating your wife's achievement. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm leaving my business card. Let me call you this evening. I hope to find you at home or in your office. That's the lady that we were just talking to. Peculiar.
They definitely pay me too little for this.
Oh, I'm the mortuary guy. What?
You won't be needed for the next few months.
The fan?
You won't be needed for the next few months.
Okay.
Stephen didn't clean up after himself. Again. Wednesday. It's not my favorite day.
Today is Wednesday.
Although
Remember that. It may be important.
I guess it was in another life.
Whoa! That was really fast. Wow. Wow. Sorry. Wait, what did he say?
It was in another life.
Oh, my ex-girlfriend. Gotcha. Why did I do that?
Awful. It would be
Coffee?
good to finally repair the coffee machine.
What? That looks fine to me, dude. Drink it.
It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine.
I just want to look around. I want to know what's going on.
Another kidnapping this month.
Somebody
How to combine the hands of a surgeon, the passion for a good mystery, and an exceptionally strong stomach.
I like the sound of that voice. Yeah, it's so relaxing.
Medical university diploma.
You should have been a
I
therapist.
didn't know then that I would prefer corpses to living people.
Corpses to living people, and I'm crazy. What is this? How to break out of this vicious cycle? What? Why does this look important? What? Oh. Am I gonna find a secret, like, immediately? Oh, well, that's the wrong secret. Okay, I wonder if I can actually find... Because, remember in Mortuary Assistant, they had the keys that you had to grab before you actually went and did things? Interior view of school. So it's Wednesday, 10:55. May be important, may not be. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. I love it. What the fuck? Did I just step on the bucket? The bucket has no bottom hole in it. Also, I have feet and I'm wearing a robe. I do like that the checkpoint stays on the top. Oh, it's an actual... I actually have to run my body into it to open up the door. There's a body on the table. I don't think I should go there. What if I...
But the word is, the lab will be open tomorrow.
But if I don't take my pills, what will happen? Will I go cray-cray? That's the bathroom. Me no wanna. Storage. What's in the... It's the fact that I can actually walk around here.
Rather than a storage room.
That's what a storage room is.
Jack. Pills. Pills first, Jack. Pills.
But what if I don't go and grab my pills right now? right this instant.
I don't see any need to mess with the electrics. They are flaky enough as it is.
Protected light, protected power. What does that mean? What does that mean? There's a sewer drain outside. I don't see anything particularly interesting outside. The camera looks particularly interesting. Can I actually leave? No.
Let's hope I'm not caught short this evening.
Okay. We go to bathroom and take our cray pills. I thought that was a person standing right here where that ladder is, and I was about to lose it. Those are my pills. I'll take my pills.
Time to pull myself together.
Just okay. Hello, Mr. Ladder.
Back to work.
Mr. Ladder. Do I have a flashlight? Why is that so dark? What does that say? Out of order, do not work. Does not work. Do not work. What am I, a caveman? What? Why can't... That door's wonky. Who put that door there?
I need to set up the camera first.
Ooh. I know where that is, because I explored everything before I went here, besides the one room. What?
Now remember, Jack. Don't forget. Hit the record button this time.
Why did my screen flash red like I got hurt? So this music, the ambient noise, is kind of terrifying.
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Oh. Okay. I'm so excited. I am too. This game looks incredible, and there's voice acting and everything.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
Is there going to be a secret of like a monster in a corner or something if I turn this camera? I'm thinking too hard. But what if? But what if? But what if? Okay, I guess not.
This should be fine.
Yep, that looks fine.
20th, 1991. Time,
Old.
8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will
Stand in
have
front
the
of the
dubious
camera.
pleasure of following a full autopsy, step
Full
by
autopsy.
step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Today, a new unboxing video. What am I doing? I want a donut. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's doing an autopsy. I have nothing to say about this. How did it get upside down? All I did was turn it. What the fuck? Take a look at the chalkboard. Chalkboard. I'm looking at it. Oh, it's wrong board. Oh, it's gonna tell me. Apron, gloves, mask, goggles, disinfection. Tell the student what's important in this profession. Your safety.
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles
Easy.
are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Okay.
Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened.
Oh, I'm blocking things. Hold on. Folder provided. Okay. Information folder. It's glowing. I like that. I like the glowing. Okay. Report of death by a detective. I can't oh wait.
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
So was our job here to decide what happened to him? Oh wait, change pages?
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo.
Okay.
He was fired for
He always
being
worked
drunk and
till
starting
5
fights.
p.m.
His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
Valid.
Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles,
Libation?
traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers. locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and
Old
unemployed
Toby.
for at least a couple of years.
Okay.
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
It's valid. Okay.
That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death.
Gas
This
station.
allows you to better interpret
Alcohol.
any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
Find some protected gloves. Got him.
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I
Give
can
me.
just remember where I left the camera.
Desk
It's here
drawer.
somewhere. Aha,
Okay,
there
easy.
you are. I knew it was here somewhere.
Okay, when does
As
it
I
get
mentioned at the
crazy?
beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
Voice, I can hear that instruction manual. Okay. So let's start top down, did he not? Take a general photo of the deceased. I want to get him all nice and framed with his crusty toenails and
Now we
everything.
move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take your time. Look at
Wait.
the boat from different sides, from different angles,
Wait.
up close, and from a distance. You're looking
Wait.
for anything out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary, right? If I take a picture, am I gonna see a fucking demon? Maybe I'm schizo, right? Maybe I'm schizo. What the fuck? What do you want from me? It glows there, but whenever I try to do it, it's like a no. Why not? I'm looking at a mark. Why won't it let me take a picture? Find marks on the body. Okay,
Some wounds.
yeah,
at
you
the
want that
feet.
one.
Signs of frostbite. Probably.
I didn't mean to do that. But if you accidentally hit spacebar, it skips the dialogue. No matter what dialogue it is. Just kind of fucked. Okay, so it wants me to start from the bottom up. Go with this one on your leg. Okay, guess not. Guess I'll do the one here. Nope, guess not. What the hell? What do you want then? Bruh. Does that not count as a mark? Is that not markable? Sorry, I flicked to his, okay, his hand.
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite.
Frostbite? How did he get how did he get frostbite? Was it cold during the endeavor that he slowly endured? Okay, I'm still not here yet. What about here? Hey, look at all the scratches on this body. Hello? It's a lot of scratchy batchy. God. I feel like it should let you take a picture of whatever bad thing that is on him. Not in order, because I don't know what you want me to take a picture of next. It's not that. Is it his head now? Are we skipping? What the fuck? There's 2 pictures left. There's a giant scar right here. And there's one on...
Healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a
I
closer look
did
later.
that. I did that. Meanie head. I tried taking picture of Takey. Am I... Wait. Somebody watching me? Why am I schizo? Stop being schizo, Smile. It's fine.
That's something interesting.
A
It will be
big
necessary to
ol'...
check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
I don't think his brain really matters at the moment, but okay.
In a moment, we will check
Where did
which
I
of
put
our
that?
initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Sorry. Right. Me need to write. Where do I write at? Pin photos on board. Pin photos on board. Pinning 1. Head, feet, stomach, general, hand. Get started. Perform the autopsy. What? What? The fuck you mean?
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying
Sure.
glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
How do I...
Personal information.
Hello.
The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay. As you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record
Manner
of
of
every
death.
step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together.
It is
upon which
unknown.
You may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Oh, wow.
Which spot first?
I'm gonna go for that
Looks like
old
a
way.
burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
Okay. Well, that was not helpful. How about his
Here
hand?
we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
How did he get it? The
I can confirm the
mouse
presence of
sensitivity is
ecchymosis on
lower.
the deceased man's head.
Ecchymosis.
The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
So he fell and bumped his little boo-boo. He bumped his
Definitely
boo-boo.
a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all.
Valid.
So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
What? I like the previous... How do I bring out my clipboard again? How did... I like the previous found wounds in the clipboard? The fuck? Oh, wait. Do I have a marker? Do I actually have a marker?
First, I mark the location of the injuries and make notes, even though this type of wound didn't the head wound.
Sorry.
Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first.
Okay.
We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite.
Debatable.
If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of.
What would have caused his death? Horde Healy, I don't...
Various types of accidents are a common
Oh.
cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head.
This wouldn't advance frostbite on the fingertips. I don't think that would kill you, though.
This is of no interest to us.
Okay. What about
Considering
this?
the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic.
Yeah, but it's not like, I
The nights
guess.
have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since
I-
the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Put down the clipboard and continue the
We still have one
autopsy.
thing left from the basic.
Rigor mortis. I accidentally... What is rigor mortis? This? I don't know what rigor mortis is. It's Saw. I don't know what rigor mortis is.
We take our deceased by the hand, gradually re-raise it.
How do you want me to raise this? And what are these noises? Oh, ew. Oh, too fast. How, I'm not in... Oh. Keep it inside the square. I see.
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the
Why
conclusion?
did I do that?
Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
With this lifting up his hand, somebody tell me what lifting up his hand and dropping it tells me anything. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I wasn't listening. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this,
Open up the cranium.
I need an oscillating saw.
On it. Saw.
The cut is made from ear to ear.
Okay. I have to keep it inside of that triangle.
After which, we remove the skin.
Hello,
and the
brain.
top of the skull.
Let me
After
just...
the basic examination, we can see
Hello.
that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric.
Look at it wiggle.
The brain looks good. Let's take a cross section.
Look at it wiggle. Look at it. I don't want to leave the body.
Some pathologists prefer
I'll
to
be
examine
taking
organs
that.
without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Thank you for the brain. I'll just have it over here.
Holding
What is
a
this
long,
one?
narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Dude, the sensitivity is so fucking slow. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull, but it's so slow. I have to get that little dot all the way over to the bottom. And it, the sensitivity is so slow.
So far, so good.
Mmm, delicious.
The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Can I eat that? Ahem. It's good.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Okay. So no folly, brainy, hurty. Got it.
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
Okay. Let's,
I grab a scalpel from my kit.
I do
The
indeed.
incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Around the belly button.
Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin.
How do I... That's not how you do that. Let me just...
Now, We need to remove the ribs.
Be right back.
Only the loppers for this.
Need the loppers to get rid of ribs.
Quite a satisfying crunch.
No.
Anyway, after removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice
Lungs.
two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs. We can see widespread black and tar. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Okay.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples. Specifically, 3. 5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse. Now from the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
My notebooks has the settings for the... Here's a notebook from the office. Okay. I'll go back to my office. That is already open. And my notebook
is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
When's it gonna go bad?
Let's get back to the examination. We put all of the samples into the rotor.
1, 2, 3.
Now we set the appropriate time and speed.
Start. I gotta look at your notebook.
A considerable collection.
How do I open up notebook? Open notebook is in. Wire. I don't know what the speed's supposed to be. No, about like 10 minutes at like 50 speed. I don't know. Oh, wait. Oops. I'm stupid. 1570. Okay. Whoa, 15.
Okay.
70.
Let's roll.
Me stupid. Presence of alcohol.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit. The fuses again. Where were we? Oh, yes. The blood alcohol concentration.
I think it has begun. The demons will now haunt me.
Let's see what we've got here.
I'm excited.
Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last incident.
Liquid
However,
heads.
considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
What the physics? Like the samples
Let's
from
go further.
Got it.
We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
Back, what was that? This is a heart. There was a man at the door, but we don't know about that. What?
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size
Stomach.
normal,
Looks
healthy,
fine.
pink
Oh, it's a
color,
dove. Look, it's a dove.
and as expected,
It's a dove.
the stomach has no
Wow,
major
wow,
external
wow.
damage.
Wow,
We
wow,
must
wow.
now cut it open and inspect inside.
I'm looking inside right now. I'm looking through that little tube.
We will do it carefully so that its contents.
Shit. So its contents don't spill out. I'll finish the
We
sentence.
open the stomach along the
Oh,
greater
balls.
curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end.
Oh, I got a little fucking dot. Hold on.
Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
Slowest sensitivity I've ever seen in my life. Use my entire arm to move this, but ever so gently. Because the stomach is one of man's bottomless pits of despair and hope and all things joyful in the world. It's eaten.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content.
I was expecting
resembling
something
some
good.
kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
What? What?
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Okay.
At first
Give me that.
the trachea looks normal.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray.
Why do I have to cut open everything, man? Like, it looks
Well,
good. Get over it.
Small organ as the trachea. We must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen.
Of course you would.
And after careful examination and deduction,
Looks fine.
we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's
Oh.
time to summarize the whole thing.
So he choked? He fucking choked to death?
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Oh.
Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
Oh. That's one way to go out. You were drinking, fell on your back, passed out, and came back.
That's why we don't forget about the recovery
Came back
visits
up.
at dorm parties.
Wow. Wow. That's a silly way to go. Accident.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now,
Accident?
signature.
Oh. It's me! I get to do it! Guess what it's gonna be!
The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
Beautiful. Look at it at the bottom.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle.
Will
First,
do.
We unroll the skin
Or
flaps.
you're not gonna put
Then
your
we sew the deceased back up.
organs back in either. I'll be keeping those for a late night snack
I'm using
later.
the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
I'm just clicking everywhere, to be quite frank with you. What the fuck? Click, 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 click. That looks fine. This one's a little open over here. That looks fine. Click, 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 click. Why isn't it closing? Click, 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 click. Oh, I can just hold this down. Fucking.
Beautiful.
Wow, I'm stupid. Make sure there's all the stitches. Leave the body. I'm
Now
leaving
we
it.
say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Oh, well, what the fuck? Why do you want me to look at his penis? Stop that. Oh, bye-bye.
Tired. I'll drop these
Body in the
samples off
fridge?
at the lab on
Done
the way
did
to
it.
the bar.
Okay, I'll go drop you samples. There was a guy that was standing here when the lights were flickering.
Uncle Stephen, I don't feel like drinking alone today.
What about the samples? Okay, fuck it. Fuck the samples. Complete the prologue. The prologue is finished. What am I doing here? Why am I... Sure, I'll just rip this off. Oh no, a skeleton! I'll be taking that. Thank you. What happened? What'd you do? Oh, it cracked. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I've seen worse. Not so scary. I've seen worse. Get this Hulad skeleton drowning stuff out of here. This is nothing. I don't need to see this. What do you expect? You take bodies and cut them up. Of course they're gonna be skeletons by the time of decay. That's nothing. Get that out of here. That was the prologue to Autopsy Simulator. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and don't worry, there will be chapter 1 starting very soon on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you want to see any more Autopsy Simulators or any other horror games that I play, make sure to check out the link in the description where you can go over to my Twitch. I hope to see you there, and have a good night or a day.